Judge Me.
Welcome back to the Don't Judge Me podcast. Here today with Sir Nygel of the House of the Wave Files from the Dark Gray Triad. Always looking left because I'm not right. It's that season, y'all, for the ho-ho-hos. That is all. But I am here with
Delnegro, and I think it's the season for the ho-ho-whores. And I just realized you were shaking your Santa hat, weren't you?
Yeah, I have been.
So if you're not watching via YouTube, you can't see Sir Nygel wearing his svelte black Santa hat.
Yep. It was a Secret Santa gift, like from 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
That's where I let it shine. I get stuff I think that's cool. I would never spend my own money on this. And here we are.
I thought about wearing a Christmas shirt, but I didn't have time to find something.
Yeah, I was thinking about wearing my ugly sweater joint, but it is too hot, and I feel like I didn't want to.
I had two ugly sweaters, right? But first, let me introduce the show.
Oh, yeah,
welcome back to the Don't Judge Me podcast, or if you're a first-time listener, welcome to the Don't Judge Me podcast, and thank you for joining us in judgment. I'm Delnegro. He is Sir Nygel, and you are the jury. And as a member of the jury, it is your responsibility to judge with us any and everything we bring to you. To do that, you can get in contact with us by email, don'tjudgepod@gmail.com, or you can give us a call at 202-642-9398. And once we receive what you have to say, we will include and incorporate that into a future episode. Also, you can find the show on Instagram at Don't Judge Pod and on YouTube at Don't Judge Me Podcast. So make sure you follow us there to continue joining us in judgment all over the social media streets. Ugly sweater story. At the job, we had the ugly sweater party.
Oh, okay.
Years ago.
When
we were down in the bottom.
Yeah.
I had the Hotline Bling sweater, which was really just a printed sweatshirt. But before that, I had a actual sweater, and it looked really good on me, but it said something really offensive, like ho-ho-hos.
Yeah,
and it wasn't a reindeer. It just looked to be like it was really like a woman doing something like slutty.
Like stripping or some shit.
Yeah, doing something. But it fit me so well. But I just couldn't wear it in public because white women would cover the eyes of their kids and stuff like
definitely.
that.
I mean, you can't, I mean, like, I have so much stuff that I'd be like, I'd love to wear this to work. However, I would be immediately fired.
Or at least talked to.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
I can't. What is a garment that'll get you immediately fired that does not include your nipples being out? Because they still might send you home for that.
Oh, Big Nick energy.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Straight to HR.
Yeah. What you mean, Big Nick?
You might go to HR at other companies if they see you walk into the building.
Yeah. Like, who are you?
You walk into the building with a Big Nick energy shirt. Mm-hmm. Every corporation in that building is gonna I need you to talk to HR.
Yeah, I don't even know. You about to get fired. Like, I don't even work here. Like, yeah, you about to get
This
fired.
is unacceptable.
Yeah.
My badge doesn't even swipe me in here. So what
Big Nick energy. Because everyone who reads it is gonna read the other way, regardless. Even if you have Santa Claus being cheery with cookies and shit, it's just gonna be like, yo, you out of pocket, bro.
Wild.
You wildin'.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Speaking of paraphernalia, what you got there, sir?
I went to Buc-Ees. Let me tell you about. So, I have never been to Buc-Ees ever, and so I did a road trip with a couple of friends. It was 2 cars, a total of 6 people.
Oh, it was 2 cars. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another couple wound up meeting us there. So we wound up going down. Good trip. We had a playlist. It was good stories. It was cool. It was a very cool trip. Get there. This place is fucking huge.
Okay.
I'll show you pictures later, but this joint is massive. I mean, it's the most chaotic place in the world.
And where's this located?
This is in like Mount Reggington, Virginia or something.
A place niggas should not be?
No. It was wild, but there were black people there.
Okay.
But it was definitely this is out there.
Mm.
But when I get there, they had, a lot of swag, but they also had other stuff, which I wasn't prepared for. I thought it was all going to be just Buc-Ee merch.
Okay.
But they had like a crystal bull, mask, skull, how
a mask you put on your face?
Well, no, you would hang on the wall. It's like a bull skeleton that is covered in crystal. That was like $400, and I was like,
at a gas station.
I was like, what the fuck? And I was just like, okay. But then like the Buc-Ees stuff was cheap because my line brother wanted a onesie. And so I was like, all right, it was only $25. Mm-hmm. And onesies wise, that's very, like, especially for like an adult, like most onesies are like $90 easy.
Really?
Yeah, like they're expensive because even like my Snorlax was like $100 or something like that. Like most onesies are like expensive, but like they had pretty cheap. But like most of the stuff, they didn't have my size. It was like either like large or like 5X. And I was like, now that I'm this size, I can't fucking find it, right? But if I was a 5X, I wouldn't be able to find any of it. But like, it was cool in that aspect. The middle, I just had like a whole rack of brisket. And then, I mean, they was chopping it up. They had like constant like brisket sandwich. I was just like, yo, this is so chaotic. Like, I don't know where I need to take this to buy it. Like, I was like, I might
where's
just
the
start,
register?
Yeah, like there wasn't really like a designated, like, this is what you need to do. But it was chaos. But I mean, they had like Buc-Ees nuts, Buc-Ees jerky, which was home jerked. You know what I'm saying? Because they jerked it right there.
Right in front of you.
Yeah, right
They
in
just
front of
jerked
us.
it right in front of you.
They had like, you know, brisket burritos, brisket and mac and cheese, like triple meat brisket sandwiches. Like this joint was like mad meaty, pause. And it was just like, yo, there's a lot going on here. Loved it though.
You loved all the meat?
Yeah, no. It was good for that experience. Like honestly, the brisket was good. I wouldn't necessarily do that drive just for it. But if it was like a 20-minute detour, I would definitely go to Buc-Ees again. Unless I just wanted something that very specific that was sold at Buc-Ees. Like let's say they had like a onesie that I was like, oh, I want that. I may do a drive. But we literally made good time going up. It only took like 2 hours, 15 minutes-ish.
That's not bad.
But then we ran into traffic, which kind of pushed it back. So like 2.5. But it was supposed to be 2 hours and 50 minutes. So we still made good time even with the traffic. On the way home, though, it took like 3.5 hours. Because as soon as we hit Virginia by Vienna, gridlocked.
Yeah.
But it was also because apparently the Commanders were playing. There was a couple college teams playing. And like something else was going on. But like it was pretty much gridlocked from like Vienna to like my house. And that took 1.5 hours just from Vienna. And then my mom was like, "Isn't that near work?" And I was like, "Don't trauma me right now." Because I was like, this is exactly, you're right. Because it is around where I would get on it at the metro at work. And it would take me 1.5 hours. And I was realize how like hostile I was driving. And I was like, this is exactly why I ride metro. Because I'm being mad hostile right now. Like I was yelling at people. Like I was like, I need to see, like, because people were rubbernecking. And I was like, look, unless there's like a clown fighting a dinosaur, why are we rubbernecking? No, I need to see fisticuffs. I need to see like a Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter fight scene on the side of on the road. Don't just show me somebody just pulled over. No.
Okay.
I need to see some wild shit.
Okay.
Clowns fighting, dinosaurs, ninjas.
Dinosaur Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, something crazy. But yeah, overall great experience. I had a good time. Get this hoodie, got a Buc-Ee, I guess, maybe a Bussy. I don't know. And then I got the onesie. Wanted, like I said, another sweater, but they didn't have my size. And then it just had random stuff. Like it was like other brands. It was very random, very random.
I mean, honestly, it's a gas station convenience store.
Yeah.
So,
but then I also heard that the one we went to was not the largest, and I was like, "This fucking place is." I felt
it's not in like Texas or something like that, right?
No, it is. And this is the first one in Virginia. Apparently, there's going to be another one about an hour away that's going to be coming. I was like, I'll go to the hour one.
Yeah, I was excited that a Sheetz was opening up near me because it's 24-hour French fries, and it's just like,
oh,
because they've got a kitchen and it's open 24 hours and you get French fries.
See,
so I was just like,
nice.
Curly fries,
yeah,
exquisite.
Yeah, I can believe it.
No, Wawa, they just started doing pizza and burgers and stuff.
It was like after 4, I think, it's something like that.
I mean, this 24 hours.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, yo, if it was like a little bit closer, I could see me going there more often. Like if it was like an hour drive, I could do an hour drive and not regret it. Like me, I would do something like if it's midnight, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just do a trip.
I used to, things have changed since, but I used to take long drives to clear my head and stuff like that.
I used to love a 2 a.m. Walmart. I think we talked about this.
No like, destination in mind.
But like if they was like an hour away, I would definitely, like if it was a half an hour away, definitely would go. But like, I can't see me doing 3 hours because then it's the 3 hours back. So that's like, you got to commit 7 hours essentially. And I was like, it's not work. It's not work.
It's a shift at work.
Yeah, pretty much at that point. Like even if you do leave at midnight, you're not getting home till 7. Like And then at that point, you worry about the drive, the back drive. Like you might have had energy going, but after you eat like a couple brisket sandwiches and you try to get on the road at 4 a.m., yo, you're going to be struggling. And it's just going to be like dark Virginia mountain roads, like where there's probably no lights.
Commonwealth? Nah.
Yeah, well, that too.
Nah, we're not doing this.
You're just going to hear, you're like, hold on, that was banjo? Is that a banjo? I don't remember putting that on my playlist. You're gonna hear boy, like, wait a minute.
That is the sound you make every time you open the door.
Yeah.
You just look around like, what the
I'm telling you, man. Because even I swear one of the ladies that rang me up was racist. Like I don't like. It's funny because like I walked up and I was like, "Hi, how's it going?" And she just kind of like looked at me and I was like, "Okay."
She said nigger. No, she said beaner because she probably thought you were Spanish.
No, maybe. And then she like rang me up and I was like, "Thanks, have a great day." And she was just like, I was like, damn, bitch. Like, what's wrong? I was like, all these motherfuckers. I was like, I saw you just talking to the white couple in front of me. I was like, whatever. And I got my shit and kept it moving.
Sound like your kind at all, man.
No, probably not. I think I was, again, wearing the uniform.
So, you had on the uniform.
Yeah, I stay wearing the uniform, bro. And it's honestly because in this cold weather, that's all I have is black. Like, I really, like, all my hoodies, all my jackets, black. Like, I literally just bought myself something for my birthday where it was like a teal jacket. Mm-hmm. And when I put it on, I was like, this shit bright, bro. Like I was like, I can't wait to dirty this shit up because it's too bright. It's like a bright teal too. Like kind of like that green right there on the containers. Like it's bright.
All right. So yeah. White woman ain't like you.
Nah, I mean,
she probably would have smiled at you in your teal jacket though.
Maybe I needed to come, you know.
That beaner's got some style. That's what she would have said.
Something. Maybe I should have just leaned into him. Like, hola, ¿cómo está?
Started doing the
exactly.
Merengue, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Just had it playing in my pocket or something. But yeah, no, but I mean, overall though, good place. Enjoyed it. Would go back, just not for them specifically.
It's got to be en route.
It's got to be like, I wouldn't mind like a 30-minute detour to hit it. 30-minute would probably be my cap.
Pause.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pause. Well, I don't have any interesting stories because I haven't done much of anything in the past 2 weeks, but that's okay.
Oh, let me tell you another story. So, I just recently dropped off my car at a new body shop.
And this is the runaway car.
The one that tried to kill itself, which has now been called Snow Kiss.
That's the name of the car?
Well, because snow, KYS, kill yourself, right? So since it's a white car, it's Snow Kiss. Snow Kissed. Because it tried to kill itself. So
Snow Kiss.
So I take Snow Kiss in, and they're like, I don't like what they're doing because they're thorough at what they're doing with the job. Mm-hmm. They're like, hey, yeah, you know, this is what we kind of seeing. They sent like YouTube videos, like it's like thorough, but then it's like, yeah, we got to do a test drive. That's gonna be $50. I'm like, hold on, like,
I didn't ask you to do this.
Yeah, I mean, I get you guys got to test drive it, but why am I being charged?
Yeah, why are you charging me for that?
Like that's like
you're burning my gas.
Yeah, but it's also like, what is this $50? Like, how far are you driving?
Yeah, that's
like $50. That's crazy. That's like less than that. You can't be driving more than a half an hour.
Nah,
so I was like, that's $180 an hour.
Wild. That's wild.
And so I'm like, all right, because initially my thought was like, I go to this place because you know the reviews is good, and I'm tired of going to the dealership. And they know what they're doing, but because they know what they're doing, I'm getting like they keep hitting me with these bills, and I'm like, hold on, is this the final bill? They're like, no, well, this is what we need to do in order to find out what the problem is. I'm like,
what the problem is.
Hold on,
they had to charge you $400 to look at it.
No, they got like a comma. Like I'm telling you right now, I'm like, all right, like I'm like, yo, I don't even know what the end product is gonna be. But anyway, I say all to say I'm going to this place. They got me going through this stuff, so I'm like, all right, well, y'all got the car. I'm gonna catch an Uber, right? Go to my mom's house. I'll go up to the metro, walk home. Whatever the case may be. So Yolanda picks me up. We're listening.
That's your Uber driver.
Yeah, my Uber driver named Yolanda. We're listening to Steve Harvey in the morning, which I didn't know was a thing.
Definitely.
So I don't listen to the radio.
Sure.
They're talking about, and this is going to tie into our guest. They're talking about how this man and a woman got divorced.
Okay.
During the summer. The ex-wife, and the mom became best friends. The mom invited the ex-wife to Christmas, and the son is like, "What the fuck you doing, mom?"
Right.
So me and this lady, Yolanda, we joking, laughing. I was like, that's kind of out of pocket. You got to kind of set your parameters. She's like, yeah, all the guys I be talking to, she don't look like nothing. So I'm like, what do you mean guys?
She getting
plural?
it.
Like, I was
she getting it.
No, I'm telling you right now, she breathed like Biggie the whole time we was there. I was like,
because she's an eater.
No, she is. But I was like, is that something wrong with the car? You know, I just leaving the car dealer. I'm like, something wrong with the car? No, that's her breathing, right? So I'm like, damn, you got dudes?
Oh,
that's crazy.
She like, oh,
no, hot and sick of your ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. So anyway, we talking about that joint, and all of a sudden, Morgan Freeman comes on as a commercial, right? Talking about some heart medicine, right? She was like, yeah, whenever Morgan Freeman's in town, he be buying drugs for my brother. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
What, Yolanda?
He's like, he's like, my brother, he a dealer. And I was just like, okay. She's like, every time he come into DC, he be buying weed for my brother. And I was like, okay. So she's like, yeah, I met him a couple times. And I was like, okay. I was like, this is a weird, I don't know what's happening right now, right? So then she's like, yeah, you know, like I went to go see him at the like Constitution Hall. Some reason he was down in DC or something with my kid. That is at Duke Ellington. And I was like, are you?
Well, she's a fed. Yo, she's a fed.
I was like, you dropping mad hella like, okay.
She's trying to get you caught up. Man.
Yeah, I was like, all right. And so she's like, yeah, he real cool though. And I was like, because I asked her twice, how was it meeting him? And she just ignored the question. So I was like, so you just name dropping, like, because you say you met him, but yet you can't tell me how that experience was.
Nah, she trying to get you jammed up. So you can say, oh, your brother sell drugs? I need drugs.
Well, I guess so.
And if Morgan Freeman buys the drugs.
Dog, and then, not to be like that, but like, I love, this actually probably ties into another story. So, she driving up talking about, hey, yeah, you know how motherfuckers be when they, she pretty much was like, she was making fun of people who have like, I guess like, you know, well off, right?
Okay, Richmond. Okay.
Of course, she dropping me off at my mom's house, right? The one Godzilla was attacking. Right? Yeah. And so I'm like,
so that was your mom's house?
Yeah, it's my mom's joint.
Seems pretty rich to me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, all right, I don't look. I was like, yeah, fuck them people. Get out the car. I was like,
oh, your mama got a nice house.
Yeah, I was like, I don't look good right now because I give it my mom. My mom's been there forever. Most of that house has been added on. Right, yeah, it was not the original house is that where the front door is. Okay. Everything to the right has been added on. Everything to the left has been added on. My family, the uncles that passed were the ones that did the work. So it's like the house has again been built upon over the last 40 years or whatever the case may be. But it was just funny because she was going on like, yeah, you know, motherfuckers think they better than anybody else. And I was like, I mean, I don't think that.
No.
But I also about to be like, you can drop me off
at the corner. I can walk the rest of the way.
You can drop me off at the corner. And then when I got out, she was just like, bitch. And I was just like, you right. Like, you right. I'm sorry. I was like, you have a good one. Happy holidays.
Like, the gate will open on your way out. Don't worry about it.
No, but it was just so, I was just like, oh, that wasn't good luck. But it was funny because she was definitely cutting it up. But then that reminded me about the Godzilla joint. And I got one other story. So like the Godzilla joint was funny because I was telling my mom, I was like, yeah, AI crazy, man. You know, you can do whatever you want. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, let me go outside. I'm going to take a picture of the house. I'm going to make some funny stuff. So now, like, I did a couple photos, and like one of them, I was like, "Yeah, add Christmas lights, have Santa Claus like flying in the air." And she was like, I showed her. She was like, "Oh shit, that looked tight." She was like, "You know what?" She was like, "Look at my house and how she like started owning it. Like she decorated the house." And I was like, "All right, mom, you wilding right now." She was just like, "Nah, I'm gonna send those out as Christmas cards." And I was just like, "Okay, whatever." So then I had to go down this whole rabbit hole, teach her how to do ChatGPT and all this other stuff, right? So she could make her own images and shit. But then we did one where like a dragon was like spitting out Christmas gifts at the house, and we landed on the Godzilla joint, and that joint was hilarious. Well, it was a bad rendering, but I thought it was hilarious.
Because you know what? It took a while for me to look. I was like, oh, that's Godzilla in the corner. I was like a person in a movie. Godzilla. Because I just didn't see it right away.
That's what the funny joke was, because I showed her. She was just like, that is the stupidest fucking thing. And then like I showed her a couple other jokes where I was like, I took a picture of myself and was like, you make me look like I'm from the 70s or something. And so she do it. She was like, when'd you take that picture? I was like, you just saw it. Like I was like, this is AI, right? And so she's just like, oh, that's so crazy. And she started going to all the I guess ethical components of it and shit like that. But it was dying funny. But yeah, I threw in Godzilla to be funny, and Yeah, Yolanda apparently brought to sell weed to Morgan Freeman.
And she was trying to get you to be one of his customers.
It was such a random segue, too. Because it was just like, oh, that's weird that Morgan's on the phone. Like, yeah, you know my brother's selling weed? And I was just like, okay.
Wow. I didn't know that, Yolanda.
Yeah, but it's like, you don't know who I am?
She not worried about who you is.
Yeah, I guess. She won't know who. I mean, I don't know.
She the feds.
But she pretty much was like, yeah, my brother would be like a big dealer. And I was just like, yo, like, that's a weird flex. Like,
she had a lapel microphone on. There's cameras in the car.
Maybe that's the breathing. The breathing was the feedback from the mic.
Just to make sure they could hear her.
Yeah, exactly. Like, test it out.
Test it out, right?
But I was just like, all right, I guess. But, yeah, that was that. And then a funny other joint I want to share with you, which I thought was crazy. So I'm at the barbershop getting my hair cut for my birthday weekend, right? And there's this guy, and I don't know how, honestly, I almost like was like, yo, chill, right? Because this dude was like, yo, it's so cold outside. I be peeing on myself. Because he apparently does outdoor work. And it's so cold, he can't hold it. So he's like, yeah, I be peeing on myself. And I was like, you couldn't get me to tell somebody that.
Strangers.
Like getting the shape up and was telling the barber, man, it's so cold outside, I be peeing on myself. And I literally was like, are you serious? You couldn't get me to tell nobody that. It's so cold out here, I can't even be holding my junk. I would just be pissing all over myself.
Dog, I ain't been in a barbershop in like 17 years, man. I don't know what go on.
No, and honestly, like, love my barber to death. He does great work. Alex is awesome. But like sometimes it's be like, there's too much talking.
What's the name of the shop? And does it have a Z instead of an S in the title?
Yeah, it's Fresh Fades. Fresh Fades. With a Z.
Oh man!
I mean, honestly, the joint tight, but it just be so expensive to keep up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get my hair cut, you looking at like $70, $80 plus tip. You know what I'm saying? That's like, bro, I don't need a haircut. You know what I'm saying?
$25 with the tip when that was the beard and the shape up. This is the last time I got a haircut.
That's what I'm saying. But like, that's honestly why I would want to do it. The only time I ever go is when I need like a reconstruction, right? Like, okay, I got the curls out, I want a mohawk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do a mohawk. I could probably do mohawk, but it's gonna be bad, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, if I'm just cutting it low, I'm not gonna go to the barber. But if it's like I want like a legit like fresh cut, I'll go to him. Mm-hmm. But it's like, sometimes even like I'll be done with it. I'll be like, nah, that's not really what I kind of wanted. But you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Like, it is what it is.
Fresh Fades with the Z.
Mm-hmm. Fresh Fades. I mean, like I said, love Alex to death. Great work. And but like usually I'll go to him to get the main joint, and I'll just keep shaping it up until I get to a point, and then I wind up cutting it, and then. But I definitely gave him like a raw, like I hadn't shaved, I hadn't done nothing in like a month, just because I was like,
fix it.
Yeah, it was like ain't no previous lines, and like sometimes I guess when that happens, like my he'll pull it back a little bit, and I'd be like, all right, the reason why I didn't pre-cut is because I didn't want you to do that. So now I gotta let it grow in. And so it's like, but yeah, I mean, if it was cheaper, I'd probably go.
I think there are 2 or 3 things that really hurt a man's spirit. Like his spirit, not necessarily his pride, but his spirit. His lady cheating on him.
Yeah.
Losing at something competitive, whether it's like gambling, sports, video games, and his barber pushing back his shape up. I think those are the 3 things that a man, just his spirit is absolutely crushed when he comes to terms with what just happened.
Because honestly, like sometimes, like I swear, like because usually I'll be like, don't even touch the top. Because usually my curls will cover my forehead.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. And I'm like, yo, I rather, because I just, in my mind, I don't know how big my forehead is until I get a close cut. And I'd be like, God damn. Like, because I'm so used to seeing the curls cover like 2 of the 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got like a 3 head, like a 2.5 head maybe. And so like when he cut it, I'd be like, bruh, like why? Like it'd be a straight line, but it'd be like, that's a lot of
put so much emphasis on this space up here.
I could get a part-time job as a projector. Like I'd be like, yo, I'm about to be out here, like you got an outdoor event.
This is a question I posed to someone recently. I was like, yo, we've all seen people with big heads, right? Mm-hmm. And we've seen people with little heads. Mm-hmm. Is there a such thing as a regular head? Because I think everybody either has a big head or a little head.
Yeah.
Who the fuck has a regular head?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be jealous. Because as a big head person, I mean, like the idea of being able to just buy a hat however you like, not having
Off
to
the
really
shelf.
look.
You ain't got to adjust it to make it bigger or get the fitted. That's an 8.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I literally was in Nike the other day, getting like the pair of shoes I got randomly, and I like was looking at their hats, and I was like, I know none of these fit me. Like I know just by looking at them, and like one of them I was like, oh, could maybe be, but it was like it went up to XL. I was like, I need a 2. I was like, does 2X even exist?
I don't think there's a such thing as a regular sized head.
Nah, I don't think so.
It's just nonsense and fabrication. Like, I got this from another podcast, but like niggas that are 5'8", there's no such thing as a 5'8" man. He's either 5'6", 5'7", or 5'9". There's no such thing as a 5'8" man.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
A child can be 5'8", but then he'll get past that point. He's not going to stop at 5'8".
Yeah, that's
he's going to go up and he's going to go down.
That does seem like a weird number.
5'8" people don't exist. Maybe women, but not in men. They don't come in men.
I'll give you that. Actually, I had one more thing I want to say. My very first comeback actually was making fun of somebody and saying they had a regular size. No, what was it? So I used to get like, I wouldn't say picked on, but like I didn't really used to have good comebacks, right?
Okay.
And so it was more so because it was like I just don't want to be mean, right? I remember this one girl, her name was I think Becky, and I was chilling with my girl at the time and 2 of her friends, and the friend was like, I guess like I wouldn't say picking on me, but she was kind of like joning a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's why your outfit or whatever. So she said something like, "Yeah, I hate my small teeth," and I was like,
"She got dolphin teeth."
Oh, I guess like shit. I mean, it wasn't like it was bad, but whatever I said, I was like, maybe you just got regular teeth and just a big ass head, right? And I swear, like she was just like, or I said something like, nah, maybe I guess it was big ass head, so it wasn't regular head. But I was like, nah, you ain't got a regular head, you just got a big ass head with regular teeth. And she was just like, and then I was like, I did it. And so I was like, oh, so then since then I've been raring to go. So thanks, Becky, for starting the clapbacks,
giving you the power you didn't know you had
with her chiclet teeth. And after that, I was
chiclets in the mouth.
And also now that I knew that was her insecurity, that's why I leaned on.
Just lean on it, right.
Could be like, oh, you want some mints? Oh, you already have some. And she'd be like, damn. I'm like, all right, Nygel. I was cutting her up.
She deserved it. Her name's Becky.
Yeah, and I used to have fun frying her up, yeah.
She absolutely deserved it. Just like you out there listening and watching deserve to listen to the second half of our show, where we introduce you all to a Mr. Bmore Banner from the I'm Getting Divorced podcast. We talk about a bunch of stuff. We talk about romance, comics, fiction, creativity, the morality and basis for being a man in a relationship. And you get to learn a lot. You get to hear Sir Nygel deliver his views on the ladies.
Sure.
Yeah, that happens. And it only happens if you stay tuned and stick with us for the rest of episode 214. So hold tight and we'll be right back after the break.
Don't judge me.
Members of the jury, I'd like to introduce you to our guest, a resourceful and clever originator. This is someone who can and will find parallels between broken families, SummerSlam title bouts, and enhanced beings with telekinetic abilities, all the while holding true to his own principles and standards. He is the author and creator of the graphic novel Psionic, a book depicting superpowered beings forced to choose between good and evil, all while an omnipresent force looms over their every action. Also, he's the host of the I'm Getting Divorced podcast, where he tells the story of his pending and I believe current divorce. And he also goes along to talk about his relationship mistakes he's made and the pitfalls to avoid, also while offering up advice on how to heal your own love life and or start back over. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to welcome Bmore Banner to the Don't Judge Me podcast.
Finally, Banner has come to the to the Don't Judge Me podcast. I appreciate you, brother. How y'all doing?
Oh, good, man.
We are all right. So we're going to use this time to talk to Bmore Banner, as he is the relationship expert that we have before us. And Sir Nygel, if you would, take it away.
Yeah. I mean, I piqued my interest. I haven't been through a divorce, but I want to get to that point. But I want to talk about your graphic novel initially, kind of start on a
Yes, sir.
inquisitive kind of pathway first. So walk me through it. I mean, like, what inspired the the idea? Like, what got you into it? I'm really anxious to hear about this.
Absolutely, man. When I was 8 years old, bro, I was in the comic books real heavy. Didn't know what the hell a comic book was. I just knew I liked the art, and got a little older, started actually reading the bubbles, and I was like, this shit is amazing. And I've been a comic book fan ever since. Also a reader. Use my imagination. They tell you use your imagination when you read or think about or see certain stuff. So yeah, when I got older, and I was starting to like read independent comics, and like, before Icon. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Icon, the black superhero, but before he was with DC, he was actually a solo comic, which was amazing. And from there, I just was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my own thing. And I would say about right before it's crazy. Right before my separation, probably a year before my separation, that's when I really, really got in and started doing my research and making a good story. And it ended up being Natalie O'Brien, man, a female, who's going through a lot. She was a part of a team, Storm Chasers, and she got caught up. And when she got caught up, she inherited very, very good powers.
Okay.
And we're dealing with outer space, not major outer space, because we want to focus a lot of it, right where we are, in a created city called Hollywood, Hollinsville. So it's a really, really cool concept, because it's not stupidity and love driven. It's a whole bunch of, very, very important things that are going on in this book, as far as why you want to live in that location, as far as why that city was, why they created that city in upstate Maryland. You guys will love it, because you got, I never want to say like Thanos or anything like that, because my main villain, he's ruthless. I'll just put it to you like that.
Okay.
But his wife is even worse. And I would love to give out like that information as far as going on Instagram and checking it out on Psionic the comic. But when I say the wife, when I say his wife is the problem, she is the problem.
Okay. And I mean, I guess where would you say you draw like kind of like your inspirations for? I mean, you say you watch a lot of comic books. I mean, but this is the first I've ever heard of a married couple being like the villain pair. Like, so I mean, I'm just curious where you kind of drew your inspiration from.
I mean, the name of his podcast is "I'm Getting Divorced," so I got a feeling.
Well, no, I understand but comic book wise, like, where are you drawing this from? I mean, I want him to tell me. Like, say it, man.
Oh, for sure. So, like, what it was, this guy he's basically looking for something that just flies through space, right? It landed on Earth. It caused a crucial major storm. The storm chasers found it. She was the only one that was affected by it. But now this man is coming looking for what he don't have no more. And he sends his wife. And his wife is more brutal than most of the villains ever. So it's just one of those things. She's looking for it, and when she finds it, it's going to be ruthless. But it's going to be a whole lot of fun, because it's other characters like Agent Eagle, which you guys will love Agent Eagle too. I'll just say this because I don't want to put it all the way out there with him, but with Agent Eagle, he starts off, he's like in the 40s. He starts off, he ends up getting powers similar to Captain America, but he's different. He's stronger. He flies, things like that. And he's a piece of shit on the side. I would say that he's a grimy dude on the side. He's killed people, but meanwhile have everybody thinking that he's a true hero. So it's oh man, it's fun, man. It's fun.
That's what's up. And then I guess is this represented like I guess mainly like on the web, or you got like physical copies?
Oh no, I'm trying to get the book done. I'm trying to get a book printed, and so we can get it out for the people.
That's what's up. You know, one thing, I mean, I can't draw, and so I'm always in awe of people who can be able to be able to put their ideas on paper and tell a story as well. So I'm looking forward to when you are able to have it out there, so that way you can be able to digest it.
It's going to be lit up, man, because it's also very, very educational. We teach and stuff is especially with Black culture and things like that, and what you want a city and a town to be, the type of the type of money you got to spend on to make your city the best city wherever you are and things like that. We really, really get into all of that.
So curious, and this is just me being silly at this point. You mentioned it being part of Upper Maryland, right? How much Old Bay and Crab is present in this comic book? I need to know.
We gonna get down with Old Bay and Crab. They want more lobster. They want more lobster in Hollinsville.
That's what's up. I just imagine like the butter bastard or something taking all the lobster.
For sure.
That's funny. Well, no, I mean that's appreciative. Well, yeah, I mean, I want to kind of segue. Since Jay kind of called me out on my kind of implied kind of a question from where the drew the inspiration. Tell me about this. Tell me about this podcast, man. You got you're going through a divorce. Is it finalized? What's going on with that?
So before you answer, Banner, I'm giving you liberty. I'm saying say it exactly how you need to say it. Because I heard the last preview episode and you said everything the way you needed to say it there. So please share it the same way here with our audience at the Don't Judge Me podcast.
And we talking about initial, or we talking about as of recent?
Well, let's go through the whole storyline.
All right. Well, we could do that. Yeah, that's cool. Well, first and foremost, my brothers introduced me. I appreciate the introduction. It was damn near perfect. I've had, just to put you guys out there, I've had Jay Delnegro on the show a couple times. They love him. The people are a fan of him. So I'm happy that I actually had the opportunity to connect with my brother. So, basically, about 5-6 years ago, bro, I had, me and my wife had split up. And me and my wife had split up based off of lies, being sneaky, and things like that. And it's not just one person, it's both people. However, as a man, the man that I am, finding out what I found out, I expected an apology. I never got an apology, but that's because the majority of women don't like to apologize or take accountability. Not all, and I say this on every show, it's not relative to all women. But this woman I'm talking about, and a whole lot, it's a nice size percentage. No accountability. And of course, the man got blamed for everything, and the woman gets away scot-free. So that basically dug the hole right there. To be honest with you, I didn't, and most men don't want the divorce. Most men hope that they could fix any problems or try to do some things to make it go how you want it to go again. Mm-hmm. However, it didn't work that way because I was the only one being accountable. I was the only one being responsible, and I was the only one apologizing. And I realized, okay, I might be disrespecting myself because if I'm not getting anything in return, what is that doing for me? Yeah. And a man like me, I don't like to feel. I like to know. So it's one of those things. I felt like for a long time, and then I realized, okay, I know this is not going to roll. So, we just going to go ahead with the divorce. Now, once again, I didn't want a divorce. So the first time we filed, nobody showed up to court. Second time we filed, she didn't show up to court. Okay. So it was almost like, okay, do we want to stay together? What's going on? But it basically got down to the point of let's not do it. Let's make sure that the kids are straight. Let's make sure that we're not mixing our beef in with the way that we raise our kids, because that's one thing we do really good is raise our children. But yeah, so 3 weeks ago, 3 Fridays ago, my divorce was final.
Congratulations.
So after 5 years, a little over 5 years, the divorce is final. And like I said on my last show, there's some weight that has come off of my shoulders, and I'm actually more inclined to do stuff, and I actually do a whole lot more research on things now too. So that's how that went.
What do you mean by research? You be looking up Jownts like addresses, or like what are we talking? Like we doing background checks? Like
just straight up. You got to do background checks.
Well, I know. I want to know.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying what's the back? What research are we talking?
Well, when I say research, I'm talking about for my show and shit that I want to do in the future.
Okay.
Because once you realize one person, you also realize that it's a possibility that a whole lot of other people are the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the research that you have to do, because everybody ain't gonna be legit with you. Everybody ain't gonna keep it a buck with you. And the one thing Banner is, he keeps it a buck. And a lot of people hate him for that on the show. But I will say this, people. My show, the female listeners has gone up 60%, and I have more female listeners than I have male listeners now. So even if they don't like what I'm saying, apparently Banner is doing something correct.
Yeah. Because, growth is always an indicator of success, I feel. Like, even if it's haters, like they say, look, they still gotta listen. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of the ladies are haters. They're the ones that I get the emails. I get the emails. I get the shit on Instagram, and it's just like, why do you act? Why do you talk like that? Why do you think this? I'm like, I don't. I'm speaking from my experience, and I'm speaking from the experience of a lot of other people, not just male but female as well. Because I don't just shit on women, and I think that's the problem. I think that's what women hear. They just hear Banner talk about women. They don't listen to everything because they're triggered by what they heard about them.
Or how it makes them feel.
There you go.
I can understand that. I've definitely been caught in an argument because of something I said that was interpreted differently, and I was like, "That's not what I said." Like,
right.
I walk around with a recorder and just play it back.
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter.
Because then it's like, why you got a recorder?
Right.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah, because the crazy thing about it is, Jay's been on the show, so he knows. I say this every single show. It's not relative to all women. I say it every show. And it's like, even still, and they hear it, they don't give a shit because I said something.
Of course, because all of them are perfect. Nope. I'm talking shit. Yeah, I'm talking shit. Y'all ain't shit.
But it does what the show needs it to do. It creates engagement.
Right? Well, yeah, because
right, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of times, like people thinking they're in their own bubbles because all of them are main characters, and it's like, nah, I need you to know that, right. Like, yo, you wrong, or maybe you right. Like, sometimes you gotta talk it out because some people be thinking this is normal, and it's like, that ain't normal. Something wrong with you. Or maybe something wrong with you.
It's been things that people have said. It's been things that people have said on the show, and I don't realize how great of a point it is until a month or so later, because I'm actually listening again, and I'm like, they brought up some really, really good points. And then when you put it all in perspective and you put it down on paper, yeah, they was right. I'm the type of guy, if you're right, you're right. And I'm gonna let you know, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I agree with you, I agree with you. It's not a whole bunch of beating around the bush just because I don't want to be wrong. That's a problem that the other sex had.
You just said it's not that you don't want to be wrong. So in the marriage, did you feel that way, or did you feel like, nah, I got this shit, it's me? Was your ego and pride in the way?
You said when I was in the marriage, was that what?
When you were in the marriage, did you have the view of, I don't need to be right, or was your chest and your ego poking out before you? In my marriage, I didn't have an issue with ego or anything like that.
I was there to serve my purpose. I was there to serve my wife. I was there to take care of my children. But the missus was very, very stubborn young lady.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, well, I don't know them, but
I can see. I don't know either. But I can see.
I'm just saying, like, you know, I mean, I've definitely had my share of running into females where it's like, all right,
yeah, right.
I think the hardest thing for most people to do, man or woman, is to stop being the main character and just realize, like, I'm just participating in this moment. Him or her, they got this right now. They're the star. I'm the support.
Well, sometimes you need to, because I mean, you're not always going to be the main character in your relationship. Sometimes you're going to take the back seat. Sometimes you're going to be the main character. Sometimes you're just going to be a, like, supporting role. Like, you got to know kind of where to play it, and things change
for sure.
Like, if I get laid off, like, all right, well,
whatever you say, baby.
You got promoted.
Right. It's like the crazy thing about it is the majority of her family, they looked at me like I was a celebrity, and I think that was just based off of where they were, and they didn't really know Baltimore like that. So it was more or less when I used to go down there, they Redskins fans and shit like that. I'm sorry, Commanders fans. They're those fans, and like I'm the Baltimore Ravens fan. So of course I go down there. It's all ghetto. They hate the fact that I'm from Baltimore is just ghetto to them. But it's all good. But I come down. They want me to be the celebrity. Everybody wants to talk to me. Everybody wants to do it. I say, look, you guys just come on up here with me, so y'all don't have this outlook on us. Our shit ain't like that, but it ain't as bad as what y'all say.
Yeah, it's interesting always with like family input. Like where that could be a problem. Because in that way, I feel like that also has an input. Because then they talking in their ear too. Depending on the holidays and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's a council.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a council
for sure.
Yeah.
That's immediate.
See, I ain't been married, but I just feel like I'm at to interview the family. I'm gonna be like, let me talk to you real quick, player.
Well, I think that's a part of it. Realistically, though, you meet the family. It's not necessarily an interview, but you meet and you understand just by like your encounter and engagement with them, like how this might work.
Yeah.
So like, you got to meet the family beforehand.
Yeah,
so,
no, you're right.
They thought that I would be intimidated by her uncle and her father, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were both in the military. One was in Nam, and I think one was over in Iraq. And of course, like I said, the guy, I go down there, and they always, the family always gives that man a test to see if he's, you know what I'm saying?
An upstanding citizen.
Right.
Take care of my
they can
daughter.
Intimidate him. I might have to cut him off when we get home or some dumb shit like that. But, when I got down there, it became a thing of, okay, it's not about them intimidating me. It's about them understanding the shit that I've been through in my life. The shit that they talking about don't bother me, bro.
Yeah.
With losing my oldest daughter and with finding my sister's dead body. And so
Jesus.
it's just things like that. Like, you can't intimidate me, bro.
But even then, it's like, we about to fisticuff in the living room? Like, that ain't, I mean, well, maybe it might happen, but I mean, like, come on, man, get out of here.
Banner, I'm gonna tell you a story about growing up.
Yeah.
I'm sure I never told you this, but it was just by association, right? So him and I grew up in neighboring neighborhoods, not the same neighborhood, but like up and down the street, around the corner from one another, right? And
walking distance.
You can walk for sure. And one day I'm like 17, 18.
Okay.
And let's just say I'm at like somewhere in the middle or nearby. Like the flea market, the Patapsco flea market. That's where I'm at.
Oh, okay. I know where that is.
I'm at the Patapsco flea market. And I'm talking to somebody about my friend, right?
Okay.
My friend has the same name as Banner's brother.
Okay.
And it shut everything down because somebody thought I was talking reckless about Banner's brother. And this person didn't know I knew Banner or Banner's brother.
Right.
I was just because of where I was at.
Yeah.
So like when my guy says, they not gonna scare him, I believe it. Cause
okay.
like we was just in high school together. We weren't like homies.
Yeah.
And I just said, yeah, my homeboy such and such. And he was like, your homeboy such and such. From over that dude. And I was like, what?
No, wrong dude.
I ain't.
Yeah.
I had no clue. I had no clue what was going on back then. But yeah, I could absolutely believe that your ex-wife's family trying to put the fear of God in you was just like, stop playing with me. We not
right. Like, I'm good. Like, you know, and I'm glad that you said it, because you would be one of those people, if you happen to be with me that day, you'll be like, man, this shit don't bother him. Like,
I can see that. I mean, given I've never been, I guess, like,
you never been impressed by anybody's family?
because I just don't care.
I'm
like,
there you go.
Like, you're like, I'm taking your daughter out. I'm smanging the daughter. Like, I don't, like, what do you, like, you gonna stop that? And if so, then I'm gone. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. I just never cared enough. Like, maybe, but I've also never been married. So I haven't gotten to that point of I care. Right. So.
Right.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the determining factor. But most times, if somebody like, yeah, what you do for a living? I was like, I work.
Oh, I hate that question.
Like,
I work.
I hate that question.
Yeah, I be trying.
I'll be dressing up words.
Nah, I'd just be like, look, I sell dope. Like, I don't know. I just like, what are you gonna do? Like, what does it matter? Like, you think I'm gonna tell you the truth? I mean, even if I tell you the truth, it's not gonna be good enough.
Man, I'm on the Pyrex, man.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you guys just start making up stuff. Like, you know how doorknobs got those screws? Invented that. Like, what?
My family invented the cover for doorknobs.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, you ever use one of those umbrellas in your drink? Yeah, my family died.
My family
like,
did
what? Who the fuck? You guys start just naming shit that don't make sense. You're like, all right, bro. You're like, yeah, I'm coming from a long line of doorknobs. But even then, it's like, it don't matter. Like, I've had cousins try to press me out, but it's like, again, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Again, I've never been in that spot, but like, so I guess at that point, if you're trying to marry the person, I feel like you probably have more feelings invested. But I can't imagine being pressed like that.
I think that was the whole thing. I think that at that time, my wife was like, you know, my girlfriend at the time, she was like really, really into me, banging with me real heavy. And she wanted to go down and see the family just to see how they would react to me. Okay. And all I react to them is Redskins fans. That's family to my wife. That's it.
That's funny. Yeah, actually, when you said Commanders, I was like, "Who the fuck team is that?" I don't watch sports like that, and I was like, "Ain't that the Washington sports team?" Football club? Right. I was like, "What team are you talking about?" Like, I still call them Redskins.
Weirdest fucking name ever, bro.
No, it is. I'm like, yo, just call them Redskins, bro. Like, I think everybody still calls them Redskins.
No, you got to take considerations for other people or something like that, right?
Ain't that the rules? No, Indian mad. Like, look, I ain't never met a crouching bear or.
Serious question.
they say Snyder did that because he was on his way out.
Yeah, he sold everything. His house is still up for sale. He can't sell that, motherfucker.
No, I can see that.
So would you support a team? The Real Blacks, isn't that the name of the team?
That's awesome.
The All Blacks. No, the All Blacks. Don't you have the sneaker?
Oh, what?
It's a soccer club called the All Blacks or something like that.
I know. I have the St. Paulies. I don't know if it's called the All Blacks.
Yeah, they're called the All Blacks.
Oh, that's awesome. I need another pair.
Like rugby or something like that, and they're Australian, right?
Oh, look, I'm peaked. But
it has All Blacks on the jerseys.
That's awesome. I need the jersey.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I need that. I guess I'm going to Amazon.
What if they were called the Real Niggas? With
I'm
Z,
definitely
with Z.
Yeah, the hell yeah.
All right. What about you, Banner?
Like, what if it was instead of the Blue Devils? How would you feel if it was the Black Devils?
Oh, I'd rock it.
As long as it's not at a HBCU. Like, if it's just at some other school, I'd do it. But not at a HBCU. It can't be like the Morgan Black Devils. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that does zing a little bit more. The Southeast Black Devils. I'm like, okay, all right, you're doing too much.
Can't do that.
Yeah, no, that's doing too much. But I guess question real quick. You said your divorce got finalized. You said about a week ago?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. How many times you been in a strip club?
How many times have I been to the strip club since?
Yeah.
I haven't.
Boy. Okay, now I'm just joking.
I have it because women want to strip for me now that I'm single.
Oh, the flex. I like that. So I see a lot of, I'm at the age now where Bama's just getting divorced left and right, right? Like in my circles, I feel, right? And I feel like I've seen more women celebrating their divorces by doing like events and things of that nature. Did you do a celebratory thing? I mean, I don't see it typically with guys, but just curious.
I did not. Here's the crazy thing about it. Let me see. That was like earlier November. Well, you know what? It's been about a month. Yeah, so it's been about probably 4 to 5 weeks. But what happened was I had stopped going out, and I think Jay, you had heard this on the last show. I had stopped doing everything, bro. I stopped going out. I stopped hanging out. I actually had took a break from writing. Yeah. My show had I'm not going to, it plummeted a little bit because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I wasn't being consistent and things like that. And once it hit my head, like, look, bro, your kids are good. The divorce is, you are getting a divorce, so you don't have, it's not nothing that you have to think about or wonder about anymore. It is happening. Once that happened, and I talked to the people important to me, the people that I wanted to get down with me on the show and things like that, to create a great future for the show. And then I was like, you know what? It's time for me to get to the people and let them know, look, I ain't perfect, but I'm definitely trying to get back consistent for you so you can hear what I got to say. Because I'm not just on here trying to diss on women.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of chump-ass niggas out here, too. And I'll just leave it at that.
What's up? Well, I mean, I'm glad that, you I guess, took the time to kind of recharge, everyone maybe say. And then that way you can kind of hit the ground running. Sometimes you need to do that, kind of step away from everything and, kind of just re-up and then, again, hit the ground running and just kind of dive into it.
So what's your stance on dating, optimism about finding love again? Is there any hope for Bmore Banner in the realm of romance and love ever again?
I love that question, bro. so Banner is not getting married again. Banner is not having any more children. Banner is not. I think the only thing Banner might do is get into a semi-serious relationship, and who knows when that'll happen. Here's the thing. My most listened to show was episode 66, where I was telling everybody that I went on a date, and the shit was hilarious because even women our age now are trying to act like 25 and 26-year-olds. Mm-hmm. They're competing. And I don't want to deal with a woman that wants to compete with somebody. So, I'm staying away from it. I'm more concerned, I would say relationship-wise, I'm more concerned with, the type of life that you live, the type of life that you want to live. If you have children, if you are abusive, if you don't like talking, communication and shit like that. Those are the things that I really, really get down and dirty in. And for, I would say once the dating marketplace opened back up, I saw nothing that I was really impressed with. And the sad thing about it is I'm more impressed with the women that I've known for years, women that I went to high school with, women that I went to college with, that I was real cool with. And they're all genuine. They're all genuine women, but that don't mean that I want to be in a relationship. But nobody knows what the future holds. But Banner ain't getting married again. And I think, but it is an opportunity to find love again, everybody. That's not something that I'm focused on, but there is, of course, opportunities to get that, to have that feeling.
Yeah, I can respect that. So you're just gonna kind of let it find you.
Yeah, it got to find me, bro.
Yeah. All right. So if it were to find you, would you know it or would you resist it? Ooh. Do you think you are aware of who you are supremely right here, right now, to know that you'd make the right decision for yourself?
Right now, yes, I do. I would say 6 months ago, I wouldn't know. But right now, yeah, absolutely. I think I'm educated enough, and I think I've lived through enough stuff to know if I would be if it would hit me, I would feel it. I had I actually on one of the shows I basically said potential. There women out here that can potentially, we can have some type of serious, something serious interaction, and so you going in with each other, and I was like, if I was to get back out there, not to sound like a piece of shit, but it would be one of these two women.
Oh, okay. I'm not wrong with that.
But aside from that, yeah, I don't want to meet anybody new, because the last two women that I met, new women that I met, when we went out, the date was horrible, because they have no respect for anything now, bro. I don't understand it.
Well, like, what do you mean? Like, they was late? Like, they just was talking out of pocket? Like, they picking their nose? Like,
absolutely talking out of pocket. Yo, bro, like talking out of pocket, drinking too much, bro. The first date that I went on, the episode 66, y'all. The date that I went on, I thought that everything was getting ready to be real, real butter, But then I realized she was drinking a little bit too much, and then she was being really loud, man, with like the waiter and the waitress, and I'm like, is she being funny, or is she like fucked up?
Mm-mm.
And she was totally fucked up. And I told her, I said, honey, look, just let me know when you get to the house. And after she let me know she got to the house, I didn't speak to her ever again.
Did she ever reach out
I
to you
wanted to
again?
make sure she got home safely, but I never wanted to speak to her again.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Did she reach out to you again?
She's reached out to me, but it's just like, hey, Will, how you doing? Because I'm not, it's no big deal. It's no big thing for me to actually have that type of communication with her no more. But I will still say hi and bye to you. I'm not disrespecting you. And at the end of the day, it's a possibility for friendship, but it's nothing major. I definitely wouldn't date her.
I feel that though. Like a lot of times I have this female friend. She always get on me because I don't be blocking people. And I was like, I just don't have the energy to do that.
That's
like,
not a man thing.
I just don't block people. Like, I just like, yo, but I just won't talk to you. But like, if you hit me up and be like, what's good? I'd be like, yo, nothing. What's good with you? But then I'm not gonna initiate a conversation, I should say. But if the conversation starts, then I'll entertain it because I'd be bored.
But that's when you make the worst decisions, when you're bored.
That's the story of my life. That's the autobiography. Oops, yeah. I did it again. No, it's always for the story. That's usually my motto for my life is do it for the story and see what happens.
Yeah.
Makes for great content for the Don't Judge Me podcast.
No, it usually is. I mean, usually, like, literally, I've been, like, if somebody throws some wild, like, hey, let's do that, I'd be like, all right. Like, and then it either turns out being a great story or it's like, this is whack. Just like, the Banner just shared. Like, go out and it's like, this jump was loud. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to find the humor in this. Like, this is hilarious. And I'm just writing down stuff at this point in my mind.
All right. I've got something I want to present to both of you. And I want to hear if you got an opinion on this.
Mm-hmm.
Don't judge me. But online dating has made actual matchmaking that much more difficult.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. And I I have something to say in reference to that, because I absolutely, bro. I created a what is that? The Facebook dating joint?
Okay. Oh, my brother told me about that. Apparently, you found success.
So I created the joint because I wanted to see how that shit actually rocked out. These chicks ain't on here looking for dates. They looking for bread.
No, they are.
They looking for bread, and if the nigga got some bread, then they willing to fuck him and all his homeboys. But that shit's horrible, and it has definitely messed up the dating scene. And it's bad enough because the dating scene was going down anyway. And when Cam Samuels was putting all that shit out there, like, this shit was dying. Nobody wanted the ladies They want it like we said the other day. They want to idolize. They want to idolize the chicks that's on TV and social media and do this and do that. And that's not what we're asking for. So they're doing it for themselves. They're not doing nothing for us. They're not trying to find dependable men, good men, They're not trying to find that. They're trying to find as much glitz and glamour as they can. And they don't mind having a long hallway under their belt buckle for that.
No, facts. And also what gets me a lot of times with dating apps is like the creating a profile.
Okay.
I hate having to like come up with some whimsical, creative, 160 character reason of why I should be picked.
Right.
Because in the day, I should just, I mean, like, it seems like nowadays they don't even read the junk. So, you know, and you can't be honest.
No one reads it.
So, I mean, like, what's the point? And then it's like, I got to go through like a million man march to create a damn profile. It takes forever. And then it's like, boy, and then you get matched with some Buc-Ees. And it's like, why am I here?
Right. And then they ask questions that's like some of the main answers I've already given without being asked.
Yeah, it's like
and it's like I said this was the number one thing I put on here. You don't remember that? No,
it's like applying for a job. It's like, hey, upload your resume. All right, now tell me about your work experience, bitch. Look at the resume. I just put that up there. Up there, bro.
You don't see that? That's the top line. Like,
bro, and then they don't let you filter out unless you upgrade, right? They'd be like, yo, I don't want this type of job. I don't want this type of job. Like, you gotta upgrade to premium, bro. And it's like, why? You just gonna give me some busted joints anyway?
Well,
right. You still getting busted, but you still getting busted chicks and all of the makeup and filters.
Bruh.
That shit don't work for us.
Nothing pisses me off more than seeing a girl's profile and I can't tell what race skin tone she is. Like, you go from like a caramel to like a crispy joint. I'm like, hold on, why is it you got 7 different shades? Like, I don't even know who you are. I don't know which one of these is real.
What I'll say about online dating is it is absolutely a game. And in order to have any sort of success, you got to play. So that means you've got to step a little bit outside of yourself and what you find as practical in order to receive some sort of results from it. Maybe not even winning results.
Why I don't want any results from
it. Right. Like if you don't want to play the game, it's not going to work. And as far as like the matchmaking aspect of it is, if I can dig in my pocket 10 minutes after meeting you and find somebody else, I don't need a match. I just need somebody else.
There you go.
That's how I think that's the problem also with online, because there's too many options. You always get your foot out the door. Like, it's like, oh, I'm always going to find something else.
But it's the illusion of
options. Yeah,
because there's actually no options out there.
Nah, it's all whack.
Because if
you know what I've noticed, guys. What I've noticed is when you say that, I totally agree. And one of the reasons is because the younger men that are getting on these apps, they're not putting a lot in overview anyway. They just looking for ads. And I think that's what's hurting us, because you got guys like us, you got guys that's late 30s, late 40s, like things like that, things like that. We look at shit totally different versus the younger guys. The younger guys don't have a whole bunch of rap. You either like me and you want to get in the sheets, or you don't. And if you don't, I'm going to disrespect you. That's how these young niggas is now. For us, it's so different because we came up on respect. I think we have the best era. We have the best generation of people. We've seen the old leaving and we've seen the new coming. Nobody's like us. So if you're raised correctly and you know how to communicate with people, the dating scene wouldn't be an issue for you. But now about to be 2026, the dating scene is social media. And people aren't getting out now. People ain't going to the gym and like, things like that to meet people, or where you randomly might meet somebody that you actually got a thing for. You can't do that with this social media shit.
No, in fact. And it's honestly something you just said actually with with the raising, right? Like, my thing is, right, so I could be thoughtful when I do stuff, like even in my movements with people who I ain't really like dating, you know what I'm saying, just like with the opposite gender. And I swear, I'd be like, "Oh, you thirsty?" No, I'm not. Like you just mentioned, you like this, so I can't like you say like I'm not being thirsty. I'm considerate. Like
I'll counter that with
thirsty.
You can go ahead, Banner.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. Like, how am I thirsty?
Mm.
But see, once again, if you talk to a younger nigga, they are thirsty.
Yeah.
You talk to a guy like us, we're normal. That's normal to us. We're just good. We
that's how we
handle
move.
things differently.
I was going to add. I only counter that with people aren't really accustomed to other people doing nice things.
No,
for
they're
them
not. They're not.
With
There you
no
go.
need of gain. Like,
On the head, man.
Like, and that goes both ways because I can remember some time ago, a young woman or old woman, whatever, would do something nice, and I'm just like looking at her like, all right, so when's the shoe gonna drop? Because something's gonna fall after this, and it was just like, nah, she was thoughtful.
Yeah,
and it's just like
it's rare.
Right.
It's rare.
It's different to deal with somebody who's being thoughtful towards you, and there is no expectation from them other than you receive them being thoughtful.
Yeah.
You know what I've noticed? A lot. I don't want to sound funny on here.
No, lean into it.
A lot of Mexican and Dominican women are very, very thoughtful.
That's how they're
They're
raised.
very humble.
I think it's the upbringing. Most. I feel like the Spanish girls I've talked to, and just in general, I'm kind of being more general. Like they're raised to be like, take care of the dude, make sure he got what he need, kind of like lean like that. Like, not to be sexist, but like women, you need to be cooking the food, you need to be taking care of the house. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy does what he needs to do. I think it's a cultural thing. Like I feel like, now given you're gonna have 80,000 kids, right? Because them motherfuckers be having babies, you just hug them. But like,
I'm gonna share something as soon as you finish with that. I'm gonna share something.
Yeah. But I was like, the taco's gonna be tight, and that's all I gotta say. Go ahead.
So I have a baby mama that lives in Florida, right? Mm-hmm. My daughter is, my baby mom's is 100% Puerto Rican, right? I can't stand her, bro. Like, and it's I'm not saying it like, and it's me. I'm not saying it to be bitter. My daughter is Puerto Rican. She looks like me, but her mom had influenced my daughter to be what she is to me now. And she took my daughter to Florida 30 days before. 30 days she told me, and then 30 days she left and moved down to Florida. My daughter's mom had influenced her so much to try to make it seem like Banner wasn't doing for her. And you know how I am about my children. I don't play about my kids. And we just don't like each other. And I don't know, maybe she got spoiled, but I don't like to walk around holding grudges and saying I don't like this person, because that's not how I am. But I don't like that bitch. And
I can see it. I mean especially like acting like that. That's crazy.
If she would have been cooking tacos for me and all of that shit, maybe it would have went in another direction. But
Well, and I think, there's like the disclaimer. Like, I feel like, when I say like, I guess like Hispanic, right? I mean like the original jump, like before they come to like the U.S.
The
and
original?
Get like
South America
came off the boat or some shit, and then they were raised that way. If they've been here a generation or two, they trashed, they chopped. I'm talking young Gen Alpha now. They chopped, son.
Oh, so you talking about the Marias between 40 and 50?
Like she got a gold necklace, like, you know what I'm saying, like with a name on it. Like she gonna treat you right, you know what I'm saying. But a new jump, nah, she gonna be trash, bro. Like, I feel anyway. Like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of times, especially with social media influence, a lot of these joints are just they're trash, bro. They ain't shit. And I don't know, necessarily with your baby mother, but like I feel like, I mean, again, I'm being general when I say like, Spanish joints is, I guess like catering, but you know what I'm saying? Like I do feel like a lot of times social media got a lot of these joints fucked up in the head, and then they start acting out of pocket, or they hold grudges, or they do shit that's spiteful, and it's like, why are we doing this? Like, shouldn't we be, for the greater good of the kid at this point? But again, I don't have kids either, so I'm talking as a non-parent.
Okay, right, because my mom, I've held grudges with people in family before, and my mom, being the type of mom I have, she said, "Look, you can't be holding grudges. You know, shit. You either won't speak to them or shit will settle itself out. But don't hold grudges, right? You should try not to do that. And at first I was like, I ain't trying to hear that shit. But as time, you know,
mom about to catch a stray.
as time went on, I started understanding. But my mom, even though I cut off all of the other shit, she has no problem with the grudge I hold with my daughter mom, bro. And that's funny because my mom is one of those ladies. She don't play that, but she has given me no beef about the way that I feel about my daughter's mom.
Well, yeah, it seems like based on just what you shared, like she ain't really was creating like a loving environment, so I can understand why she'd be, you know, as well understand the beef. My brother,
sure.
You dealing with that with his baby mother. I mean, I can share personal stuff, but like
share that shit. Fuck that.
No, but she wasn't around. She like disappeared for a long time. My brother was pretty much a single dad. You know what I'm saying? And she came back, and it was just like, yeah, this is how things are gonna be. And it's like, you haven't been here. Like,
oh word.
Yeah, she was out of pocket.
Wow.
And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all of us will say what's up to her, but you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, you wasn't really a mom, and you know. Now, of course, my niece want to hang out with her all the time, and it's like, damn. Like, it's like influence, though, right? And so it's like, you know, now my niece is like, oh, you know, like she older now. She like 20, 21 or something like that. About to be 21. And so, you know, now she moving a certain way, and it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just funny how they paint a narrative. They create their own truth and just be like, oh, you know, your father wasn't shit. And it's like, but he raised her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he sacrificed. Like you didn't. You disappeared. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? How wasn't he not shit? Like you wasn't shit. Like that's crazy. Yeah, people ain't shit.
People just don't get it. They look at it totally different.
Nah, but that's still, you know, like, I mean, I guess you hear like the stories too, like of people like you know, growing up and being like, yeah, I was told that like, you know, my, you know, and in this case, like, you know, my father wasn't shit and stuff like that. And it's like, you know, I really wish they like taught like a class in school or something, like, you know, like, hey, maybe your mom tripping, like maybe your mom tripping 101. Reach out to your father and actually ask some questions. Like, I mean, I don't think that would work. But like, I swear some of these jokes be so spiteful and vindictive. And it's like, yo,
yeah,
somebody gotta like come in and be like, maybe your mom isn't what she leads on to be, because maybe she out of pocket. Maybe she ain't shit.
Maybe. Absolutely, a possibility.
So let's talk about the I'm Getting Divorced podcast for a bit. So now that you have been divorced, does the direction of the show change?
We still going to do it how we do it, bro, because every topic of this show wasn't about me. You know, aside from the, you know, of course I have the main topic because I started it and everything. But as far as like, we have a million different topics to talk about, man. We take questions from listeners. If perfect example, if Jay happened to be on the show and I'd be like, yo, is there anything that you want to share? I always ask my people, is there anything you want to share or anything you want to ask before we get into it? Because that opens up the lines of communication even more for different topics. So we're gonna keep it doing what it's doing, man. We of course, like I said, more topics are coming. Episode 80, we're doing a panel. We're selecting 3 women to be on the show based off of the questions that they ask, so they can come on and ask the questions on the show, and we can actually have some debating going on.
Oh.
I think that's going to be fun. And GL Lambert, he's an author. That's who I give my second shout out to every show. That the author GL Lambert got a bunch of different titles on Amazon, things like that. Yeah, guys, check it out. And basically, you know, here we go. When we first started, because me and him put out his together to start this. When we first started, he was like, "Yo, you just come up." He was like, you know, things are going to change. So later on down the line, do you want to keep this going, or do you feel like it's something you're going to quit on? And he was like, because I'm doing what I'm doing. I got mine and everything. And I feel like, you know, the message that you're giving out to people, especially with the type of people that you deal with and the sense of humor that you have and things like that, people will really, really want to check it out. Do you want to continue doing this shit? And once I made that decision, like, yeah, I'm going to continue to do this shit, that's when all the other topics started coming up. That's when like your general shit that's going on in today, not just with relationships, but shit that's going on in the street, shit that's going on in sports, things like that. Just being able to touch everything. You know, everything don't have to be my heart is hurt from divorce, or I'm going through this or going through that, because sometimes what married people need that's going through shit is a laugh. Sometimes they need other people to listen to them or to agree with some of the shit that they're not talking to other people about. So we definitely going to keep it moving. It's definitely going to be, of course, it's definitely going to be some more divorce and marriage shit that we talk about. That's because that's the base of the show. But as far as like us, you know, we're going to keep it moving. We're going to keep having fun. We're going to keep laughing. And we just want to give the people what they want, man.
Sounds dope. So, Sir Nygel and I are both single men, and Bmore Banner is also a single man who was married
Indeed.
for how many years?
22, bro.
22 years of marriage. So, as optimistic single men, not you're optimistic about romance in the future. Is that correct?
I mean, maybe, yeah. I like to think so. But
He's
I think,
pessimistically optimistic.
yeah. Like these joints right now, chop. Yeah, I need like 5 years, and then when the world resets, when it's apocalyptic, and I can get a bitch off of some chicken and shit or some shit.
You know what's crazy though? Here's what's crazy. Over the last month and a half, bro, I've been getting so much rap, man. I'm talking about from work. I'm talking about doing shopping and shit. I'm like, damn, I'm getting a whole lot of rap. I wasn't getting this shit for the last 4 years. What?
Because you got that weight off your shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You got that weight. So
it's crazy.
So what I was going to ask of you, as a man who sustained a relationship for 20 plus years, is there one piece of advice that you can give to Sir Nygel and I to help us do this thing if ever we get into a relationship again? Because you are the relationship expert.
Man. Well, first and foremost, I'm not a sneaky guy. Don't be sneaky, fellas. But I would say the advice that I have, man, is if something is going on in your household, or if something is going on, you suspect something, sit down and talk about it. We understand that women, it's very, very hard to talk to women about their problems. They can come to you and talk to you, but when you try to sit and talk to them, they can't handle that type of, I'll call it pressure. They can't handle that type of conversation, right? But I think what's going to stop a lot of men from getting hurt is just laying back and continue to do what you're doing as far as being a man and taking care of the household and the children. And if you have any issues then guess what? There's nothing you can do about it but step off. Because if she's giving you a problem now, she's done already. And that's what people, fail to want to, realize. If she is speaking to someone, if she has met someone, if she has not deleted certain shit out of that phone, then she's done. And that's what I realized with mine. I realized that regardless of whatever I did, regardless of what the situation is, she was done. And I think this is okay, fellas. Understand something, like we've hooped together before and things like that. So we're close by. We were close by for quite some time. So if you had a girl, if your lady was living near where we used to play ball and things like that, and she just happened to meet a guy there, and she gets his number, don't you think that one of your homeboys would see that just based off of how many people you know?
Oh yeah. I mean, this whole area is so
I got
small.
a phone call.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a phone call. One of my guys that I used to hoop with, because remember, we used to do promotion. We used to do the basketball leagues. We used to do music. We did everything in Baltimore City and Anne Arundel County. We did everything. What would make you think that somebody that Banner knew wouldn't be where you are?
Or you did it with the intent to be malicious, where you did it on purpose to get it back to you.
With the right, if that's the intention, she's out of her mind.
Yeah.
Because because my family don't play that shit when they come to the ladies. So, but yeah, man, all fellas, it's only one thing you can do, man. You can go in, handle your business, and if she ain't handling hers, bro, you got to go. Because if she ain't handling hers, she's gonna make it seem like you ain't handling yours.
Yeah.
She's gonna try to make it seem like when she ain't doing something right, she's gonna make it seem like you ain't doing something right. So fellas, pay attention to that shit, man. Do what you do. And if she keep giving you issues, she keep giving you pushback, man, it's a problem.
No,
was she like that before the ring got put on her finger?
I actually saw this, like, I guess this clip the other day that said, like, a lot of women will pretend to do what they need to do to get a husband and then revert to who they really are afterwards. And I was like, that's I feel like you should be able to sue. Like, you should be able to, like, that's fraudulent. Out of that. Yeah, like that. You didn't represent you. I mean, I know that was your representative, but damn, you held that shit for a minute. Like, that's supposed to be a 3-month stint. You out here doing, like, you doing all this other stuff, and now you're acting out of pocket.
And out of pocket seems to be a major thing for him.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm part of that group now where, like, I pay everything a whole lot of attention, man. Because I'm not putting myself back in a position like that. Because I put it like this: that the 22 years of marriage, bro, 17 of those years were amazing for me. Just based off of everything I've been through, you know. Had that major when I had that major car accident and I almost lost my left leg, crushed, and broke every single bone in my left leg, bro, even the femur. That is some very, very hard shit to do. And when people see me now, you know how I am. When people see me now, they have no clue that I've been injured like that in an accident because they don't think I limp. I limp. I just turned it into my bop. But you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's just like when you've gone through so much shit, it's certain things that you can just say, you know what, and just brush it off now. Like, oh man, this almost happened to me, so I ain't worried about that shit. Brush that shit off my shoulder. And that's where I am now. 5-6 years ago, I didn't have that mentality. I thought that I was the person that's supposed to fix everything. And even if they're resistant, I'm still supposed to try. Nah, fellas, don't put yourself in that position no more.
You want to stretching yourself out.
We definitely don't want that stress. So, Bmore Banner, we are going to wrap this thing up. So go ahead and shout out everyone and everything that you want to shout out so our audience can follow you.
Yes, sir. So first, I'm going to say this, man. I appreciate you, brothers, for having me on the Don't Judge Me podcast. I shout out my guys every show since I had Jay getting on, man. I shouted out the show every single time I've been on because I appreciate y'all. We got to keep it moving. And I want to let y'all know something. I am a fan of my kids. I am a fan of sports. I am a fan of video games. And I am a fan of respectful women. Okay? It don't get much better than that, y'all. Bmore Banner runs a podcast. It's called the I'm Getting Divorced podcast. We're on episode 79 right now. We are a very unique podcast, and Jay put it out there earlier for me. We discuss divorce. We discuss relationship mistakes. A lot of the relationship mistakes that a lot of men and women make. Of course, with the co-creator GL and the original co-host Second Nature Weezy, and then, like I said, I got my guy Jay coming on. So it's like we have a lot of fun, man. So if you guys want to hear stories, if you want to hear stories not based on just divorce and not based on just hurt of somebody, if you want to have some fun, if you want to laugh and get some information that you probably never even thought of thinking about before, then we are the guys to listen to. I'm Getting Divorced podcast. You can get at us. At I'm Getting Divorced _podcast on Instagram. You can also email Banner at askigdbanner@gmail.com. Also, Psionic the comic, you can go right on Instagram and type in Psionic _the comic. And I think you guys will be very, very impressed with what we got going on. Yeah, your boy Banner is back to work. He's doing his writing. He's doing this talking shit, and man, we just want to push. 2026 is coming, and I want to make sure everybody know that Banner is coming too. You feel me?
Yeah.
We feel you. Thanks again for joining us, Mr. Bmore Banner. I look forward to appearing on episode. What's coming up? 79, 80, whatever. I'm gonna be there.
I mean,
you're
gonna be there.
I'm gonna be
what
there.
I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna be there. And I hope some members of the jury are also there to listen to
indeed.
I'm Getting Divorced. And we are signing out with episode, I think this is 214. We can go with 214.
Yeah, that sounds.
This is 214.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, this is 214. I want to wish everyone listening a happy holidays, regardless if you don't celebrate them or not. I saw a meme today that said something about Jehovah's Witnesses, and they were like, "Happy knock knock." So happy knock knock to Jehovah's Witnesses, and happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Festivus, everything. Enjoy yourselves.
Everything. Quick question for you fellas.
What's that?
Yeah.
Quick question. Did anybody see Dave Chappelle's new special?
I did.
I saw it. I didn't love it, but whatever.
Okay. I was just wondering because I only seen like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I ain't love it.
Like, like the one thing about social media, like it starts spoiling stuff. So I was like, let me hurry up and watch this before I don't get. Yeah. I was like, let me just hurry up and watch this. And to Jay's point, like it was, like it'll entertain you, but it wasn't like his best work.
It wasn't his best work. Yeah. Yeah.
But this is our best work here over at the Don't Judge Me podcast. We are closing the year out of 2025. Looking forward to continue this motion in 2026. Don't judge me. I'm Getting Divorced. We are signing out.
All the.
All right, sir. I'm going to get this up and edited. I'll have it up either tomorrow or Friday. So, and I'll tag you and all the social media stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
Good time, man. Good
bunch
time.
Of fun.
Enjoy your day, man.
Yeah, man, you too, man. I got to go get some waters for Christmas. I got shit.
All right, man.
So, all right, bro.
All right, see you, man.
All right.
Don't judge me.